People are different from one another. Each of us lives in a special way. The way we live is called a culture. In America, people of different cultures come together. We meet each other at the park, in school, at the movies, on the street. When we learn about our differences, we can enjoy them. Being different makes life interesting.
Powwow means a gathering. The native people, all the native people.
Years ago, a powwow meant the coming together of people who had misunderstandings and whatnot. It was the time to sit and talk, to iron out their grievances, their differences. And sometimes this went on for 2 or 3 days or longer. So what would happen, the men would talk for a while, the women would prepare the food, they would take a break, they would eat, and then they would dance, and then they would go back to taking care of business. But the powwow meant talking. A powwow is a place today where people come, they set up craft tables and booths, they sell their wares that they have made all winter long. You get to see old friends, you make new friends, you dance, you eat food, Indian food, and you enjoy yourself and you have fun. It's a happy time. A lot of people have the wrong idea about Indians and dancing. They think of only 2 dances. They think of a rain dance and a war dance, and that's not what it's all about. There are many different kinds of dances, just as there are many different kinds of Indians, many different tribes, many customs are different, and the regalia is different. And I have on beaded moccasins and beaded leggings. And I have on what is called a strap dress. It has 2 straps up here like a slip and a yoke. And of course I have a beaded belt and the accessories that go with it. And what I have on would only be worn for special occasions, not every day. You wouldn't wear the fancy beadwork for every day. It's just for special occasions like coming to a powwow or something like that.
We're Nanticoke and Lenny Lenape, and these dresses are called regalias, and they're made out of buckskin. And the Indian shoes that we're wearing are called moccasins.
I have moccasin boots.
This is called a headband. This that is full of beads is called a choker.
This is a choker too.
And these animals are minks. And women aren't allowed to go anywhere without their shawls or their fans, because it'll be like they're not fully dressed.
You have to have a shawl or a fan or both.
I'm Eagle Eye Raglan, and I'm from Ohio. and my father's name was Setting Bull. He also a tribal medicine man. I am also a tribal medicine man. I am a spiritual medicine man. I am from the Iroquois Cherokee Nation. My mother's Iroquois, my father's Cherokee. I do many things in my life. Also do weddings, also blesses the grounds. Go into cemeteries and bless the grounds in the cemeteries. TP is 16 feet high on 20-foot poles. It's 15 poles on the inside, 2 on the outside, total 17 poles. I have it set up now for the summer. It's up off the ground. Usually have an inner liner for the winter time. So it's set up strictly for summer use now. And I have my table here. It is a mountain table with Iroquois design on it. One solid piece. It will fold up. It'll only be about 3 inches wide. And ucha, it's finished. It's like a preacher would say, hey man, it's finished. Yes. Ucha. Ucha.
My name is Aaron Hill.
Who is it?
Habaragani. Every year, my family celebrates Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is celebrated by many African Americans all over the United States. Kwanzaa means first in Swahili. Swahili is a language spoken in many countries in Africa.
We're going to get started now.
That's my mom. She's been celebrating Kwanzaa for a long time. She says that Kwanzaa teaches us about being African American. Tonight we are having a karamu. That's the Swahili name for celebration. We start the karamu by lighting the 7 candles of the kinara. Each candle stands for one of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa.
Explain the candle setup for you and which candle we'll be lighting tonight.
Okay, Aaron, I'm going to light the candles, and when I light the candles, you say
That's
what
my
day it
brother
is.
Sean.
Okay.
Umoja, unity. Kuchajakalia, self-determination. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Ujama, cooperative economics. Nia, purpose. Kumba, creativity. And tomorrow we'll light Imani, which means faith.
Okay, this is for the libation statement. This is the unity cup, and these are the glasses for our guests. A libation is pretty much like a toast to our ancestors.
This is for the motherland, the cradle of civilization, for our ancestors, because of whom we can be here today. Right now, I'm thinking of my grandfather, Barney Ross Hill, his wife, Grace Hill, and my grandmother, Pearl Pankey Horn. Is anyone else thinking of any ancestors right now?
Fred and Anna Early.
I would like to honor my grandfather, who long before Kwanzaa lives on in my mind in the spirit of Kwanzaa because he kept our family together.
I give honor to my grandmother, who taught me what it was to be African, who instilled in me all the things that this celebration is about.
I would like to give honor to my great-grandmother, who taught me the culture and the background of Kwanzaa. I would like to remember two grandfathers that date back to slavery, John Pankey and Sidney Horn.
This is for the struggle for the people who stand together for unity and for our Creator who gives us everything.
That's my dad. He knows a lot about Africa.
And at this point, I think this is Aaron's favorite part of the Kwanzaa celebration. Why is that, Aaron?
Because we get to say 7 Harambe's.
And what does that mean?
Let's pull together.
And then we begin the feast. We have salads, cornbreads, all sorts of dishes from Africa and the Caribbean. And my favorite, sweet potato pie. And that's how we celebrate Kwanzaa.
Three Kings Day is my favorite holiday. It is celebrated all over Latin America. In Spanish, it is called El Día de Reyes. That's the parranda, a group of musicians who go from house to house singing aguinaldos, which are Puerto Rican Christmas carols. Tonight, they are coming to my uncle Angel's house. He loves to have a big party on Three Kings Day. That's me. My name is Amal. Tonight, my job is to look out for the parranda.
Llegó la parranda.
It starts off with 1 or 2 musicians at one house, and they go from house to house and sing in front of your house until you come out and sing with them. And if you have an instrument, you bring it, and you go to the next house, and you collect more people. And by the time you end up at the house where the party is going to be, then it's a whole bunch of people singing, and they sing outside your house, and you let them in, and the celebration starts.
Uncle Angel invites the whole family, lots of friends and neighbors. Some people even came from Puerto Rico.
It's a children's holiday, but it's a holiday for the family. The family gets together, we cook a pig, a pork, we have food, cousins and nephews and brothers, sisters, and friends, close friends come over, friends who play music just drop by. We have, and it goes on. It goes on for 12, 14 hours sometimes. The Three Kings is a tradition that is for generations, hundreds and hundreds of years, And Puerto Rican kids grow up in Puerto Rico looking forward to that day. And the three kings, Baltasar, Melchor, y Gaspar, came down from the mountains. They met, and they came into Bethlehem with gold, silver, and myrrh. Those were the presents. Those were the things that they gave to the God child, to Christ child. And that's why on January 6th, the three kings come into our houses. All Puerto Rican homes across the nation and the world. And here they are.
Having the holidays was something special for both my daughter and my stepdaughter. As she was growing up, part of that was La Fiesta de Reyes. What was different about it, what was special about it, it was something that was very Puerto Rican, very Latin American, so we had that in common with Mexicans and Guatemalans and Argentinians. All of us sort of celebrate that holiday. It just made the kids be able to go back to school and talk about something that was wholly their own and share it with their teachers and with their friends. Same thing for me when I was growing up. The other children from whatever religions were shared things, and when it came to Three Kings Day, that was my holiday, and that's when I came to school and showed what I had gotten for Three Kings and what was done, and sharing what was done at home. And my mother would always prepare a special dish to take to the teacher to say, this is our holiday and this is who we are and we want you to be a part of it.
Feliz Dia de Reyes. Happy Three Kings Day.
I like the time around the New Year. You can smell the flowers and the fruit baskets all over the house. That's my family. We're the Songs. And like Chinese all over the world, we celebrate the Lunar New Year. That's a sign for double good luck. We hang them all over the house for New Year's. My father tells us about the traditions and the foods of the New Year celebrations. My name is Iana. My mother makes the best dumplings in the world.
For tonight's dinner, one of the dishes I'm going to make is called dumpling. In Chinese, we call jiaozi. And what it's made of is Chinese cabbage and the pork. This means friendship for Chinese.
On New Year's Eve, we have the biggest meal of the year. There are rice dishes, all sorts of vegetables, shrimps, crabs, different kinds of fish, chicken, bird's nest soup, and my favorite, Peking duck.
Another good year. Let's celebrate Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year in Chinese we say 新年快乐. 干杯.
Button up. Food is a very essential thing in life, and good food always represents good life. So at the end of the year, we celebrate together with good food, hoping that we will always have good food. There are a couple of things that we always have. For example, fish. Fish in Chinese word is yu. Yu means plenty. So always at the end of the dinner, you have a fish. Means every year you have plenty of food or everything.
At the end of the meal, my father gives up the home ball, red envelopes with lucky money. On New Year's Day, we go to Chinatown. We watch traditional Chinese dances, and everywhere you go, there are dragons and lions. Dragons are magical creatures. They bring good luck and good fortune. Dragons have the body of a snake, the head and tail of a horse, the paws of a dog, and the wings of a bird. At night, the biggest dragons come out, and the parades begin. Firecrackers scare off evil spirits, and the more you shoot off, the better year you're gonna have. Xinnian 快乐, Happy New Year!